Hey guys, welcome back to Freedom Garage, and I have a special vehicle to show you guys and gals today. This is one of those vehicles that everybody has a vehicle that's, when they were young, that says, I want to have one of those. This is one of my four, but this is a 2016 Mercedes Benz G Wagon, or the G-Class, or more specifically known as the G Wagon. This is the G550, and this is a twin-turbo V8 4.0 that will put out 416 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is a tank. G-Wagon's been in production for about, 44 years, and it had a history. It started as a military vehicle, and it's pretty much the same now. This vehicle is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you the vehicle on the outside, show you the vehicle on the interior, talk about some quirks, because there's definitely some quirks, and then we'll take it out on the road so we can show you some of the driving. And then we'll come back and we'll wrap it up with a review. What I want you guys to answer this question right now, do you think, after experiencing this vehicle, that if money weren't an issue, that I would buy one still? Let me know down below. All right, guys, check this gorgeous vehicle out. The 2016 Mercedes Benz G Wagon. This thing is amazing. Aggressive styling, crash bars up front, the giant Mercedes logo. All of this will catch people's eyes in traffic. LED lighting up front. Of course, the traditional side markers and indicators up top. And you got the classic Mercedes logo in the hood here. Gorgeous. This one is decked out in black, on black. You can see here as we come around the side, you have the V8 badging as well as the 19-inch Pirelli AMG wheels here. And for those who are wondering, these tires are ginormous. They are 275 55s. Coming around the side here, you have your turn signal in your side view mirror. These things are built like a tank. If you have never experienced the thud or the thunk of a G-Wagon door, listen to this. Okay, you just can't close it like a regular car without you gotta put some mustard on it. So you can hear that thunk. You got the full step bar. I'll show you the back seat here in a second. Again, coming around, you see the giant Scorpion Zero tires, as well as the badging in the back, and the spare tire cover will go into the back here. Tons of room in these. Hopefully the lighting is not too terrible here. We got a storm rolling in, so I'm going to try to rip through this part. Ton of room here in the back. You have some cargo nets here for your cargo. You have some D-rings and tie downs all over the place. You also have a privacy shade to keep your cargo out of prying eyes. Good, decent amount of space if you were going to put actual things in here, if you can actually use it in a utilitarian way. Most people don't. Let's close this up. Okay, coming around the passenger side, we have our fuel fill here. Again, it's beautiful, beautiful vehicle. Let's look at the back seat here. Gorgeous black leather. Extremely comfortable, this vehicle. Not a ton of room for tall people, but it's a very comfortable vehicle. Seats 5 comfortably, and it's just a well done vehicle. I mean, this is such a these seats are so comfortable. Yes, I've sat in the back and went for a little ride. It is a very, very comfortable vehicle. You can see your door controls here. You have your power mirrors up top, heated seat controls. Look at that, an ashtray. When's the last time you've seen an ashtray? And this is the 2016. And you got your tweeters here. Very, very solid built door. We'll go to the front passenger compartment here. Again, controls on the doors. You have memory seats for the front, both front passengers. Here are your door locks. Some of these things are like in awkward spots, but being the vehicle that it is, I guess they had to do what they had to do. Again, your window switch is up top, and you can see it is a Harman Kardon sound system. The Mercedes-Benz wording here on the sill, I don't know if you can catch that, it lights up. That's backlit. That's pretty cool. Again, the passenger seat, extremely comfortable. All this is power. The headrest is operated. All this is going to adjust this seat infinitely for you, from the headrest to the lumbar to the bolsters, to this padding area here behind your knees, under your thighs. It is all adjustable for the individual, and you can set it to memory. Now the passenger side here, you have a grab handle. You will need that if you go off-road. The glove box is pretty decent size-wise for this type of vehicle. These are supposed to be cup holders. You're not going to have anything with liquid in these cup holders driving down the road stay there. Trust me. Now this here is a cup holder that is basically my cell phone holder when I'm driving this thing, because there are no cup holders or any cell phone area holders where you can put a cell phone for the operator. I don't know, it's Mercedes. And then one more cargo net here, which I was using to hold bottled water. Underneath the seat here, you have another type of storage, glove box, if you will. You can put some items in there. Not a ton of space, but it is comfortable, while narrow for the passengers, and very upright. There's a lot of room. So we've seen the cargo space, the trunk, if you will. Now let's see if I can open this with one hand. Let's look in the engine compartment. It's kind of dirty. This is not my vehicle, and it wasn't really detailed, but you can see the twin turbo V8, 4.0 liters, 416 horsepower, 450 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a heavy vehicle. It's a very heavy vehicle, but this power plant does a pretty good job moving it down the road, and I was able to get in and out of traffic, without issues, pass without issues. Does a lot of work under here in the hood. All right, let's check out the driver's area. You can see your pedals there. We'll start here on your light switch. Now, there are 3 stalks, 2 that you use for driving. This one is to adjust your steering wheel. You can see how plush and comfortable this seat is for the driver, and again, it is all adjustable as well, just like the passenger side. Now, sitting in the G Wagon is exciting. It's pretty cool. You can see your instrument cluster there, your little menu in the middle. You can do all kinds of stuff with that, from navigation to the radio, your phone calls, stuff like that. Your Mercedes Benz logo in the middle of the wheel. You have piano black accents. You can control your menu on the left, your phone and audio on the right, and there are paddle shifters as well if you wish to drive that way. Let's fire it up. Okay, here is your center console. You have your infotainment screen that you can do navigation, audio, phone, video, all kinds of stuff on here. Here are your 3 differentials. I mentioned those from the outside of the vehicle. This vehicle will pretty much get you out of anything you can get yourself in. It is great off-road. Here are your phone, radio, etc. controls, as well as your radio controls, heated and cooled seats, and traction control on or off, as well as your parking sensors, and that annoying button that shuts the engine off when you come to a complete stop. I hate that. Down below you can see your HVAC controls. It is 2-zone, one for the driver, one for the passenger, and here is your shifter. Another ashtray. Who knows? I mean, ashtrays. When's the last time you've seen a car come with ashtrays? Drive, neutral, and reverse on the shifter, and park is this press button right here. You also have your low range 4x4. This controls your menu, and look, another rarity, a cigarette lighter. Remember those, kids? And then your armrest, nothing to write home about, typical armrest. Here's a quick look-see again on the interior. Gorgeous, gorgeous vehicle. Very well done, very comfortable. And one more thing here I'll show you up top. These are your all your lights and stuff like that if you wanted to read. This is your master dome light for the rear, and this is your sunroof. Does not have a moonroof, which Yeah, for $1.50 you would have a moonroof, but it is what it is. And here are your phone controls as well as SOS. But there you go. This is the 2016 Mercedes Benz G Wagon with no cup holders. So, driving the G Wagon is something to experience. Like I said in the open, I have always wanted a Mercedes Benz G Wagon for a ton of reasons. It's big, it's bold, it's tough, it's rugged, but it's also really, really expensive. But I will say that I'll tell you at the end of this review on whether I still want one or not. And while we're at it, why don't you let me know down in the comments, if money wasn't an issue, would you buy one of these for yourself as well? I mean, the vehicle's beautiful. It is a Mercedes Benz, so it has been done well. It is a stiff ride. It does have 2 solid axles, 3 differentials. Has a good amount of kick up. Again, 416 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque. It is a twin-turbo V8. And it is a 4-liter. It is a smaller displacement than previous models. I'll show you the back here. One thing you'll notice is you will get all of the large bugs to navigate into your windshield. Because this windshield is very upright, similar to a Hummer, you're going to get a lot of dirt, debris, and bugs on your windshield. But it is smooth for the weight. It's a 5,900 pound vehicle. It is a smooth ride on the 19-inch Pirellis. It does move in and out of traffic well. If you need to step on it a little bit, it does have some power in reserve. Now, because the vehicle is the wheelbase is narrow and the vehicle is tall, very upright. Same with the interior. As you can see, there's not a lot of room laterally for me. It's very narrow. But because that, the vehicle will be affected a little more by heavy winds. We have some decent winds today. We have some thunderstorms rolling in the area, and the front's coming through, so you may see it move the vehicle left and right a little bit. Now, there is plenty of room. Let me spin this around here. Plenty of room, if you can see, between my head and the roof here. I'm 6'1", and plenty of room. No complaints there. It's a beautiful Challenger, and here comes just a matching color Camaro. One feature that I hate this vehicle. I don't know what the A is or what it stands for, but that's the button right there. This is the feature that shuts the motor down when you come to a stop to save gas, but it's aggravating as hell. What do you guys think? Hate that feature? Let me know down below. I can't stand it. But yeah, like I said earlier, I've always wanted a G-Ride. I've always wanted a real Hummer, a Humvee. I've always wanted a Ferrari Testarossa, and I've always wanted a Lamborghini Countach as a kid. Those were the cars that I had posters on my wall, and I'm glad I rented this for 2 days for my birthday and was able to bring it here to Freedom Garage so you guys and gals can experience it too. Well, let's head back and we'll do a recap. All right, guys, now that we got to drive this thing a little bit, let me tell you, it is extremely comfortable for the size and the heft. It is a rough ride for those who might be looking into one of these. It is a rough ride. It's a military truck, don't forget. It has 2 solid axles, has 3 differentials. This will get you out of pretty much anything you can get it into. And when you have a vehicle that can do that, it's kind of at the sacrifice of a soft ride. It's very narrow inside as far as passenger space, but I wasn't uncomfortable. It's also tall, you sit high up, which gives you a great view of the road. But would I buy this again if there were no issues with money? The answer is going to surprise some of you. The answer is no. If money were not an issue, I wouldn't buy a G Wagon. Now, it's not because they're not beautiful and sexy and sleek and tough and rugged and can go anywhere and tow anything. And that's because for me, the lure of the G Wagon, you know, it's kind of just a status symbol. It really is. After driving it for a while, I understand that it's more of a toy, something that all the rich people get just because it's a status symbol. In fact, dollar for dollar, I'd probably rather buy a new Lincoln Navigator or a Cadillac Escalade or a Yukon Denali, because you're going to get more vehicle with more room, and you'll have more space and more comfort. So if comfort and space and room is what you need, then you might want to look elsewhere. But if the G Wagon, it speaks for itself. The G Wagon is a vehicle to behold. It definitely catches eyes on the highway. It definitely catches eyes when you're rolling down the side streets in your town or your city. It is still a very, very sexy vehicle. So I hope you were able to enjoy this video. Please subscribe to the channel down below. We are growing very quickly, and my hope is to bring you reviews of vehicles, fast vehicles, expensive vehicles, maybe vehicles we might not all be able to have an opportunity to obtain or have time with, and hope to get you to understand those vehicles and maybe experience it with me, just in an average guy's kind of way. So let me know what you think down below about the 2016 Mercedes Benz G Wagon G550. It's gorgeous, it sure is sexy, but for the price you pay, there might be better options for you. All right, y'all, until we see each other again, have a fantastic day. Please like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you on the next one here in Freedom Garage. Take care.